are here to provide you with detailed explanations for each question in multiple languages and personalized advice throughout your preparation. Track your progress with our advanced performance dashboard. Focus on your weak areas and improve with targeted tests. Get ready to ace your next certification. ExamBoot, your path to success starts here. Visit examboot.com today.
Attachez vos ceintures. Si vous souhaitez devenir un expert en cybersécurité reconnu dans le monde entier, notre bootcamp CISSP est votre billet d'or. En un mois seulement, vous maîtriserez les 8 domaines du CISSP avec l'aide d'instructeurs certifiés et expérimentés. Notre méthodologie pratique comprend des études de cas, des ateliers pratiques et des simulations d'examen sur notre plateforme ExamBoot. Et le meilleur dans tout ça, notre programme est conçu avec flexibilité pour s'adapter à votre vie professionnelle bien remplie. Pourquoi obtenir la certification CISSP? C'est simple. Bénéficier d'une reconnaissance internationale, booster vos opportunités de carrière et décrocher des postes mieux rémunérés et plus responsables. Ne manquez pas cette chance de transformer votre avenir professionnel. Inscrivez-vous dès maintenant et profitez de notre tarif spécial pour les 10 premiers inscrits avec le code promo CISSPJAN 25. TIC, tac, le temps presse. Scannez le QR code sur votre écran et inscrivez-vous dès aujourd'hui. À très bientôt.
Struggling with IT certification exams? Introducing ExamBoot, the ultimate AI-connected platform to help you succeed. With over 30,000 real-world questions from over 150 certification providers, ExamBoot gives you everything you need to prepare. It's simple. You add a certification and create as many exams
Greetings to everyone. Trust we're all doing great. Once again, welcome to the Eyes Open Conference 2024. This is day 2. We are going to be continuing from where we left off yesterday. And believe me, we have amazing sessions we are going to be having today as well. Just a few housekeeping rules, like we mentioned earlier yesterday. These sessions are being recorded and they're also being broadcasted live on several social media platforms. You have LinkedIn, you have Twitter, also known as X, and you have YouTube. You can actually go to the Eyes Open pages for these social media platforms and share the live, share with your connections and have them also watch as well. Sorry about that. Also, we would want to give a big shout out to our sponsors and supporters for enabling us to have these events. It is due to their support and encouragement in one way or the other that we're able to organize this event. We're going to list them immediately after the first speaker. So the first speaker is here already, and we're going to go. I'm just going to introduce him, and then he's going to come ahead and present. So if you have a question, if you have a contribution, you can actually put it in the chat box, or you can type in the chat box. And once he's done, he's going to actually answer all of your questions. Kindly greet someone. Let us also know where you're writing from, where you're joining us from, or where you're streaming from as well. So we're all talking about cybersecurity and where cybersecurity is going to. We're talking about the fact that cybersecurity is the new normal. A lot of us are getting into cybersecurity, but what's the end? Where is it going to? Where is it headed to? I believe that's what our speaker for the moment is going to be talking to us about: leveraging cybersecurity for future relevance and strategies for staying ahead. So he's actually a Microsoft certified. He is an EC Council certified as well. He is the vice president. He's been the vice president of the National Association for Computing Students. That's Caleb University. He is the LinkedIn top voice in information technology, and he has trained over 60 students in cybersecurity. Please let us welcome Daniel. Okay, Daniel, over to you. Hope you're doing great, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm very good. Thank you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Good evening. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So can I share my screen now?
Yeah, you can.
All right. So I believe you can see my screen. Let me know when you can see my screen. All right. All right. So yeah, good morning, good evening. All right. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're listening to me from. Yeah, my name is Daniel, and I'm very warm welcome. Today, talking about leveraging cybersecurity for future relevance. And the truth is that the way cybersecurity was 10 years ago is not the same way it is now, right? And the truth is you need to properly position ourselves to be relevant, right, in cybersecurity now. So I'll just be giving us few tips that would help us dive in the future, because the future is now and this is normal, right? All right, so I would love you to pay attention, and I hope you gain 1 or 2 things by the time I'm done with. All right, so my agenda about the landscape cyber technology of today and its impact, what skills can set you apart, right ways to brand and network, how you can grow, and how to remain relevant. So now the landscape of cybersecurity. So the job market is very tight to get into now because post-COVID, it has been employers are very particular about who they employ now, and you have to position yourself in a kind of way whereby you won't be shifted aside, right? So we're talking about the trajectory and shape of cybersecurity now as regards getting to the market. And cybersecurity is in huge demand. Like a lot of companies are looking for cybersecurity professionals, but are you just good enough? Do you have enough skills? So talking about that in the next slide. And yes, I know some of us are. I just want to make that I save enough time, answer your questions, and I hope you gain one or two things. All right. So talking about first on the list is skill set, right? Yeah, it's very important that you have skills. Apart from that, skills can be subdivided into other forms, right? So we have technical skills, we have soft skills, we have social skills, which I'll be talking about later on in the slide. But it's very important that you have and possess some kind of skills that can put you and make you relevant, right? So next one, have tools. It's not new that cybersecurity is made up of tools. So it's the backbone of Wireshark to scripting languages like this, and automation can be done, unlike in the olden days that you have to do things manually. Tools are very important, right? If you are thinking of getting into the job market today, you need to know how to use it. And my advice to people starting out in cybersecurity is always try to get what you get to practice with them. And by the time you get into the industry, it won't be new to you anymore. You'd be used to it, right? So it's very important that you know how to use these tools to achieve your various objectives. Next, we have threats. So when in 21st century, threats are constantly evolving, right? The way an attacker will send a phishing mail in 2000, he will send it today, right? So the threats have evolved, and as cybersecurity professionals, we need to put ourselves in a place whereby we detect threats very, very fast. And the only way you can do that is making sure you're in the trend, right? You need to know what's happening. You can't just be seated somewhere in your house and expect to know these things, because cyber attackers are constantly evolving every day. Like it's very, very fast, right? And you need to put yourself in such a way that, because the business would only employ you when they feel like you're smarter than the attackers. But if you are laid back, then you're not ready for the job market. All right. So innovation. So innovation is it's not really about you creating tools or cutting-edge technology, right? But it's about you solving problems in a very, very smart way, right? Employers are looking for those that can make them more money, right? They don't want people that just do what everybody else is doing, right? So as a cybersecurity professional, you need to understand how to solve problems very well and effectively, right? At a very, very fast pace, especially if you're looking for positions, higher positions in the organogram of your organization, like you want to be, right? You need to know limited resources. Certifications, this is not new. Everybody knows that you need to have certifications. Most people are planning to take Computer Security Plus for those starting out. I have a side view about this, because the truth is that most of these bodies, right, are really after your money, right? And it's very sad that after you pay huge amount of money, they will still have to renew, right? But it's very important for you to break in cybersecurity. You need to have a certification. And the truth is that it's diverse for different people, right? The way I will get in cybersecurity might not exactly be the way you get in cybersecurity, because different situations can happen. For example, I might know someone that knows someone, and the person can refer me, and that I'm there, I'm in cybersecurity already, I'm in the market, I'm in the industry, right? But it's best practice that you need to get a certification, because what happens is that certifications they show that you have gone through a certain training, and the industry or the standard or the body that organizes that exam certifies you that, oh, you know what you are doing, and they trust you, or the business would then trust you, their data or the security of the company in your hands, right? The next on the list, we have brand. Most people don't really know about this, because they will always say that, why would I create a brand for myself when I'm not into content creation, I'm not an influencer? But the truth is that you need to set yourself out as an outlier. The truth is, there are a lot of cybersecurity professionals now. There are lots. The industry is even very, very, even as the industry is limited, we don't have enough professionals. But currently, we still have a lot, and you need to distinguish yourself, right? You need to be an outlier. The only way you can be an outlier is when you brand yourself. You should not be, oh, someone sees me as Daniel, but Daniel is into cybersecurity, just like every other person. But what distinguishes Daniel? Do you understand? So you need to set yourself as a brand. You need to put yourself out there. You need to position yourself in such a way that, oh, when we see Daniel, we know, oh, Daniel is into cybersecurity. We know about Daniel. Like, you need to be a brand. Because the truth is that, look at certifications, for example, now, something like the CompTIA. CompTIA, other organizations offer certification exams for entry level. But why is everybody going for the CompTIA Security Plus or A Plus? It's because it's a brand. They are basically saying their name. They have the content, but other companies also have the content. So someone will prefer going for what's the name now? The CompTIA, rather than other organizations, because they feel like it is gold standard, and that's the brand. So you need to set yourself as a brand. And with this, I feel like you should be ready for the job market, right? If you have these few elements, right, then I feel like you'll be ready for the job market. So now we're going into cyber tech of today and its impact, right? Cybersecurity has revolutionized from 10 years ago to now, and I bet you by this time next year, it won't be the same thing we'll be talking about, right? But these are the few stuffs that are trending now. If I put it that way, trending in cybersecurity. These are the key verticals. All right. So yes, here on my screen we have 4 key verticals and what we should look at in 2024 and maybe early 2025, because these technologies are here to stay, right? So first of all, we have artificial intelligence and machine learning. We have cloud security, we have behavioral biometrics, and we have remoting, right? So now, artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? So we know that everybody now uses ChatGPT, everyone uses WhatsApp AI, Telegram AI, because it's here to stay. It saves time, it increases your productivity by 10%, I think so. So you need to understand how to use AI for yourself as a cybersecurity professional, because the truth is that under 2 minutes, I can create a malware script with ChatGPT and it's going to work, right? And attackers are using that, even building their own large language models to help them create sophisticated attacks. So as a cybersecurity professional, you need to understand how you can use this AI and ML tools to make your work faster, number one, and help catch bad guys, number two. It's very important that you know how to use artificial intelligence, leverage on technology to identify patterns, right? And anomalies for threat detection and incident response, among others. The next, we have cloud security. Cloud security, I think maybe pre-COVID, nobody will have been talking about cloud. Cloud was there, but it was not really nobody really talked about it so much. Unlike now, post-COVID, now every company is taking all information on-prem to cloud. Cloud is the new gold, right? So as cybersecurity professionals, you need to understand how to secure the cloud, right? If you're a cybersecurity professional, you're getting out cybersecurity, and you don't really understand about cloud security, then I don't think you're really ready, because this is where the future is. Nobody's putting information or critical data on-prem anymore. Everybody's going to cloud. So you need to understand things like AWS, like Azure, like Google Cloud. I need to understand how to implement strong controls, because the truth is that with cloud security, it opens up a wide attack surface too, right? It's not totally secured, but what happens? What's the advantage of cloud? It's scalable, right? It gives you access to a lot of resources, and the security is there. But we also need professionals to really handle the security of the companies and their data. So it's very important that you look at cloud security as something that's here to stay. I need to understand it properly. Then now, behavioral biometrics. I know this might be new to some of us. But yes, behavioral biometrics, this is a trend that we see in cybersecurity as at today, because what it involves is it allows identifies individuals based on their unique patterns, right? And when you send a phishing mail, you can actually detect the click rates, how people were responding to that mail. For example, you're in an organization and then you are doing the quarterly review, probably an audit, and the audit control is that you have to every quarter send phishing emails, right? So with behavioral biometric, you can detect how people are clicking the phishing links, how they are reacting to it, right? So this is an area of cybersecurity that is coming, and it is important that you know how to respond to it, right? Then next we have remoting. Well, remoting has been here since COVID, and yes, it's important that you know how to secure information, because the truth is that everyone now wants all data and information to be in the comfort of their homes, right? Nobody wants to go to the office anymore. And now, how is information being transferred that is transferred in a secured way? If it's just your VPN, then you are wrong. So you need to understand how, as a cybersecurity professional, because all this is trying to tell cybersecurity professionals where to put in their energy and where to look at, right, going forward to remain relevant. You need to understand how to properly secure information. For those that will be working from home, because when someone is at home, you really do not have so much you can't really say that this person is doing this or this person is doing that. So you need to understand how information can get to them very securely and how do not be leakages or breaches, right? So this is what we see 2024, 2025 really coming to limelight very well. All right, so now we'll be going to what skills can set you apart, right? Because let's take, for example, one popular musician 10 years ago, right? But now they are nowhere to be found. Not because they don't know those skills or they don't have those skills they used to have, but probably the person used to sing. The person still knows how to sing now. But what happened? Right? The person did not use strategies to make the person relevant, right? And it's important because as technology is evolving every day, you need to put yourself in the trend, right? So we're going to skills that can really set you apart in cybersecurity. Now you can see on my screen, you should be able to see on my screen like a mind map, right? So this is divided into 3 sections, right? Skills I find very important because some of the skills listed there are what's really helping me and other cybersecurity professionals, right, really leverage and become or stay relevant. Sorry, excuse me. All right, so or stay relevant. First of all, we have technical skills, we have the social skills, and we have the soft skills. So what are the technical skills? Technical skills are your basic skills that you need to know to get into cybersecurity, like your network skills, your vulnerability assessment skills, your penetration testing skills, how well you can use tools to aid your productivity. For example, how you can use tools like Bob Suite, tools like Postman, tools like Qualys. Those are technical skills, right? You need to know how to do the job. I bring you to my organization. I tell you, we need to test our website. You need to know how to do a proper vulnerability assessment of a website and how to prevent attacks on that website. So that's technical skills. This skill will definitely set you apart when you are good at it. But that's not all, right? It's very funny that probably years ago, right, you can just stumble your way into cybersecurity just knowing technical skills. But now, 2024, not possible anymore. Now we have social skills. The truth is that most cybersecurity guys are professionals, are very, very withheld. They don't want to talk to anybody. They don't even want to go anywhere, right? And it's quite sad that, or it's quite interesting that you need social skills to actually get a job now or remain relevant now, right? So now, what are my social skills? What are social skills we're talking about here? You need to know how to engage your community, right? I didn't know about this until like last year, right? And it really helped me, right? Having a community, it's very important. you need to know how to, your community needs to know you, right? When you put all this on your resume, then it sets you apart from everybody else. You say, oh, I have a community of 100 cybersecurity professionals where we discuss on how we can get better in our different areas of cybersecurity. That's something that's very good. It shows that you have leadership skills, right? So you need to understand how to engage your community. Then also, you need to build a professional network. It's very funny whereby I see cybersecurity professionals probably on maybe, let's say, Instagram now, right? Because Instagram, and you see them that they're following people that are not even in their field. What happens is that the algorithm will only bring what the people that you see or the people that you follow react to. So you can't be in cybersecurity and you be not that you can't listen to what other people are doing in their field, but you need to make sure you have a community and you need to have a professional network. What's the network? A network is connection of interconnected or interrelated devices. So it's the same thing for human beings. I'm in cybersecurity. I want to connect someone in cybersecurity. I need to have a professional network whereby I see what my other peers are doing in cybersecurity. I can be able to engage with them. It is very, very important, right? Then social skills, personal branding, right? I feel like the best way to learn anything, right, is when you teach people, right? And if you go to my LinkedIn, you will see that I do that a lot. It is very important that you set a brand for yourself, not just what you know how to do, but how you brand yourself. You need to be a brand rather than what you do, right? With these skills, you really, really be in the trend. You will never go out of the trend if you can put all this together. Then also we have soft skills, right? These soft skills might not really might not be very important to you now, especially if you're not in the industry, you're not working maybe in the industry now. Because see, the truth is the business does not care about your technical jargons. They don't want to know what's privilege escalation is. They don't want to know how you found a bug. What they want to know is how you can make them not lose money, right? And how best can you do that? You need to understand how to presentation skills, very, very important. You need to know how to talk to customers, especially if you have a lot of clients. For example, you are in a penetration testing company and they outsource clients. You need to know how to face clients and explain to the clients in the way they understand, right? And that is not technical skill, because technical skill will not teach you that. That is presentation skills, soft skills. And you can't learn that by sitting down or by hacking. You need to intentionally learn it, right? We have resources, YouTube or whatever. You need to learn how to speak to people, right? Also, another soft skill is communication effectively. Most people in cybersecurity, even tech, don't really know how to communicate, right? There's a lot of problems in terms of communication. So you need to understand how to communicate effectively and pass your points to whoever you're speaking to so they can understand. That is a soft skill that is necessary to be relevant. It's very funny that all these are being said when we're talking about cybersecurity, but that's the truth. That's where cybersecurity is going to now, and you need to know all this. Then time management, right? It's very important that if you're given a specific time, you need to stick to it. And you also need to know how to work under pressure, right? The truth is that there's always pressure. When you have different clients, you have to do a vulnerability assessment and report writing for these clients. You need to do this for these clients. You need to understand how to manage your time properly and effectively, right? So with these skills, right, these skills really set you apart. They are way subdivided into further divisions. But with this, your soft skills, your technical skills, your social skills, very, very important, right? It's very, very important. Your social network, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, you need to take them very, very importantly, right? All right, so now talking about the right ways to network and brand you, right? How can you become a brand and how do you network effectively? Right. So now you need to understand how to relate with experienced industry professionals. That's why we have social networks. If you see me on my LinkedIn, you check most of my people I'm following or on Twitter, I follow industry professionals, and technology has made it easier for you. You can search on LinkedIn, CISO or the CISO of an organization, follow him, right? You need to Because the best way you can learn is when you learn from experiences. You need to have mentors, and mentors in your field. You can get them different ways. You can get them through social platforms, or those that you know, or those that you work with. You need to relate with experienced industry professionals. There's some things that I can tell you vividly you will never see on YouTube, or you never see in any resource. Most people will learn better when they learn from mentors, because mentors are mirrors, right? So you need to have good relationship with experienced industry professionals. But the truth is that these days now, or for some of those professionals that I have related with in the past, some of them don't really have good social skills. And most people they might see your message and might not answer you. It is normal, right? There are a lot. So you need to find what works for you. And you don't have to be someone that you have to constantly chat with. You can have a mentor through YouTube. Like, a mentor of mine is John Hammond, right? I can't talk. I've not spoken to him before, but I watch his videos. So, and I learn from him. You might see some certain things that I will put down. Oh, wow, this will go a long way in helping me in cybersecurity as I grow, right? Also, attending network events, conferences, and online platforms. So I really appreciate those that are joining this meeting now, because you are on this list. You are ticking number 2 because you are joining online platforms, online events. You are learning, right? Because you can't stop learning. I've never stopped learning, and I'll never stop learning. And we can't stop learning, because if you stop learning, you will stay out of trend and you won't be relevant in the future. And that's what we're talking about now, right? So attacking networking events, right? There are a lot of events, right? This year, I told myself and my friends that we need to attend like at least 5 events. And even though I've attended only like 4, but it's very important, because when you get to events, you see those that you might not be able to see if you were, in a corner of your house somewhere, right? You can see them face to face, interact with them, and you don't know where that would lead you to, right? So, and the only way you can effectively, because it's also possible that you attend events and you won't even talk to anybody. You just be on your own. Yes, you're gaining knowledge, but events are for networking. That's why we are here today, to network. I know you. Oh, wow. I really love to learn from you. You need to network, right? And that's also based on your social skills. You need to understand how to use your social skills very, very well. And also, regularly share insights and comment with intention, right? So this is for the guys on social platforms. Sorry, excuse me. Right. So you need to really regularly share insights from your journey. No matter how early you are in cybersecurity, you have learned few things, right? So it's very important that you regularly share insights. For me, from the beginning of the year on LinkedIn to now, I think I have close to 120 posts. I told myself that I wanted to start posting consistently every week. And what do I post? I post based on what I have learned. Because the best way to learn is when you teach others, right? Share insights, comment with intention, right? Comment also for reach, because when you comment, other people say, oh, he commented on this, check out your post, and yeah. So engage relevant content. Social media would only bring what you search for. So if you're in cybersecurity and search for things in data science, then I don't know. Not as if you can't gain some insight from them, but you need to engage in relevant content that are in your field. Because, see, information passes very, very fast. And if you are engaging with the wrong content, then you will not get information at that when you need it. Do you understand? So engaging with relevant content is very important. Then join forums, right? We have a lot of communities nowadays. We have communities, try hacking community, we have the Hack the Boss community, we have other Discord channels, right? Where you can learn. I remember, I think early this year too, I stumbled across a platform, an ethical hacking platform, right, on WhatsApp. And funny enough, all of them were Indians. I don't understand how to speak Indian, right? But part of me was like, I can't even get anything there. So let me just leave the platform. But I didn't leave, because the truth is that if you check the top rated hackers in the world, right, India comes top on that list. So in my mind, I was like, oh, I might not understand what they are saying. Definitely, I have an interpreter on my phone. I can take it to ChatGPT to help me translate. But I will gain some insight that before it comes to the African community, I know it will really, because you're able to think like them. The way someone in China would think as an ethical hacker is not the way someone in Nigeria would think. It's just that's just it. It's just your environment. Your environment influences you, right? And imagine you are learning from a big hacker in India, right? You can imagine how relevant will be in your own country, right? Do you understand? So it's very important that you join forums, join Discord channels, join, and that is it's great work that Eyes Open Security is doing here, right? So engage with the community. Also show progress and achievements. So it's you might say, oh, I want to be low key and I don't really want to put myself out there. But I'm sorry, to be relevant cybersecurity for the future, you need to put yourself out there, because the truth is that I know someone actually got a job with a big company in Nigeria, and it was through his Twitter. What happened? The CEO of that company posted a particular bug in the code of the particular application, and he said, oh, he needed somebody that could solve this, right? And the guy just decided to try his luck, and boom, he got the job. You understand? So if you're not out there, if you don't show your progress, for example, you get a new certification, please appreciate yourself. Let people know. Let people know. After some time, you might not, it won't be necessary again for you to let people know about what you are doing or your progress, because by that time you would, already be in the industry, and you'll also be very relevant. But it's very important that if you're starting out cybersecurity, you want to gain relevance, you need to show your progress and achievements, right? You get a new certification, you whatever you do, really, just show people, let people know that this is what I'm doing, right? And now, on to the next question. How can you grow? How can you grow? Because for you to remain relevant in the future, you need to grow. The way you were yesterday should not be the way you are today. So what are the ways you can grow in cybersecurity for future relevance? All right, so if you look at my screen now, I think you should be able to see this. Be wise, get the basics first, then build up. This meme here, you can see we have two parts. We have introduction to cybersecurity and how to hack NASA. And the truth is that this is what most people are searching for as a beginner, or as anyone in cybersecurity, just start out in cybersecurity. If you want to remain relevant, you need to make sure your foundation is very, very solid. That common phrase that says the foundation has to be solid. If the foundation is not solid, then what would, if the house is not built on a good foundation, the house will collapse and you will not be relevant, right? So you need to understand the basics, right? If you're set on cybersecurity, understand how cybersecurity works, understand the foundation of cybersecurity, networking, this, that, before you start searching for other contents. Don't say they're not relevant, but you need to get the basic first. Don't go further than how you should go. If not, you would break out very, very soon. All right, so how can you remain relevant in cybersecurity? Now, this is the core aspect of today's talk: how to remain relevant in cybersecurity. Now, relevancy is based on different factors, and I'll be talking about that in my next slide. Now, let me just put this out. If I talk about the other ones here, focus on skills, don't focus on money. The truth is that most people are focusing on money rather than skills. You need to focus on your skills first, because the truth is, when you have these skills, we have talked about your technical skills, your emotional skills, your social skills, your other skills I mentioned, right? It will help you leverage properly in cybersecurity. Don't focus on the money. The money will eventually come, right? Focus on these skills. So now, first off, skill up, practice, get a learning plan. I always tell myself that I must learn something every day in cybersecurity, because you can't remain relevant if you don't learn. If you don't see what's happening, you can't remain relevant. Have a learning plan. And the truth is that if you don't practice, you will forget. Even if you're in industry, right? Why most industry professionals are very good or have so much skills, because they do this very well on a repeated basis, right? So skill up. If you were using Nmap today, find a way you can use probably raw scan to make your automation faster. You're using Nmap today, find a way you can use probably Zenmap. Find skill up. Don't be productive times 10 of your productivity, right? So, and also that also brings me to artificial intelligence and machine learning too, right? You need to understand how, because these are the in today's world, these are the drivers that would make you, get good and productive in what you do. So now, get certified. So let me talk about get certified first. Right. So it's very important, like I told you earlier, right? You need to make sure you have some certifications under your belt, especially if you're looking for higher grounds in your organization, or you want to get to the higher parts of your company. You want to be the chief information security officer, the chief technology officer, right? You need to get certified and start with the basics. Your entry level certification is very important. The truth is that I was on a session yesterday, and we're discussing about our certification is really, really important. And someone said, or someone very big cybersecurity said that right now, right now in his career, he doesn't think he needs certifications anymore. The reason why is because he has close to 15 years in cybersecurity, and he has created a name for himself whereby he doesn't need a certification to get a job. What needs the referral, because he has worked with so many people. But remember, he had the basic somewhere, he had a foundation somewhere, and he also has, so those certifications that he's saying that he doesn't need, he also has them, right? So they are not saying, oh, don't have certifications. You need to have them. You need to get, if you need to get the Computer Security Plus, CCNA, all those good stuff, you need to have them. It's very important. Then seek out for mentors. Find someone that can mentor you. We have a lot of mentors online. We have different, right? Find someone that you can resonate with, because a mentor, and also apart from having mentors on social media, you need to have a mentor that you can reach out to personally, right? That you can interact with. Your mentor should not be so far, right? You need to seek out for mentors that would enhance you. Because like I said, mentors are mirrors. So the mistakes they will pass, or they find it hard to pass, you would pass it over very, very swiftly because you have learned from them. Then work with your peers, teamwork. You need to have and this teamwork also boils down to you having the right community, right? Because once you have the right community, then you can engage with the community. And see, they said two heads are better than none, right? If you're looking to be very relevant in the future of cybersecurity, which is now, you need to understand how to teamwork, right? You are not going to be the only one in the team in your company. Even if you are the chief information security officer, you'll be working, or you'll be controlling a team, or managing a team. So you need to understand how to work with peers, right? Then network, you need to have a good network. You need to have a network of like-minded individuals. I have friends in data science, I have friends in other aspects of technology, but I have a lot of friends in cybersecurity, because that's where I am, right? I don't want to be hearing information about other things before cybersecurity. So you need to network efficiently, make use of your platforms, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, your Instagram, right? Instagram is also good, but make use of your social media platforms properly for leverage, and then attend conferences. Eyes Open Security Conference is there. It's a very great platform. See the array of speakers, right? And it's an honor to actually even be speaking on this platform. So attend conferences, right? There are conferences near you. Find platforms. I search for conferences almost every month. I want to know what cybersecurity conferences or that are coming up in the next month in my home country. So it's very important. And even those are not my home country, I try to connect online, right? So it's very, very important that you attend conferences, because you get to learn, and information are also shared that will be very relevant for you in your journey in cybersecurity. Because cybersecurity as a career to me is endless, right? I will never stop learning. Then lastly, how to be relevant. Um, work-life balance. You don't want to outwork yourself, because if you outwork yourself and something happens, then the people that replace you. So you need to know how to balance these lives, work and a normal life, right? See, thank God for the remote thing that we have now. Most companies are telling you, as cybersecurity professionals or anyone in tech, right, you can have the ability to work remotely. You need to set out time to leave the work and focus on your life. So your emotional life, your spiritual life, your learning life. How? Because you want to constantly improve yourself. So you need to know how to balance these several areas of your life. You need to organize a timetable for yourself. Oh, I want to learn this today. It might not even be in cybersecurity, it might be the social skills, the technical skills, but also everything still boils down to the circumference of cybersecurity. Everything that you do, apart from probably your relationship life, everything that you do should influence your work in a way, because at the end of the day, the business doesn't want to lose money, right? So even in your work-life balance, because some people can take this the other way around, right, and say, oh, because work-life balance, oh, I should put more emphasis on the work and leave the life, or more emphasis on the life and leave the work, right? So it's very, very important. Don't focus on money, focus on skills. I know we all need money, but because skills opens doors for you, right? I remember like 3 months ago, right? Someone reached out to me, huge amount of money got missing, or someone defrauded someone, right? In the US, was a huge amount of money. And based on my skills, through my social platforms, right? I have technical skills, one. I have social skills. It was through my social skills, they were able to get to me and know that I have technical skills, right? Because even on my social platforms, I also showcase my technical skills. So, and at the end of the day, we're able to get the money back. So that was a great one, right? I don't focus on money. If you see, if you're on my LinkedIn, you follow me well on LinkedIn, if you look at the top 12 or 10 internships I have had, none of them were paid. I was focusing and running after the experience, right? Not as if I didn't need money, I needed money. But because I knew that once I have these skills, right, I'll be very able to build on these skills and be relevant, because I don't want to be relevant, right? So yes, focus on the skills, don't focus on the money. Now, the heart of future proofing. Also, how do you maintain relevancy, right? Establish internet presence. For example, my scenario about the musician, some musicians that were very relevant 10 years ago, but now they're not relevant anymore. On that one thing that might not even make them relevant, because they're not even on social media anymore, right? As a cybersecurity professional or someone getting out of cybersecurity, please, you need to have a very strong internet presence. You need to leverage your presence on social platforms very well. I know there was a particular application I was trying to do. I was applying for something, right? And they asked and they said, oh, show that you have community engagement skills. It's important, especially if you're looking to go into probably one of the top companies in the USA, Google, Microsoft. You need to understand, you need to have a strong presence. It's very, very an internet presence, because you need to be out there basically. Next, we have commit to lifelong learning. You can never stop learning. You need to put yourself down and put a timetable for yourself. I remember, like, I was telling some of my students that like 2 weeks ago, I've been coupled a lot of things. I had a lot of projects to deal with, so I was not really actively following my schedule plan. And to me, it felt like I was getting to a point of depression, because I was feeling like I was getting out of date. Do you understand? So you need to commit to lifelong learning. You need to make sure you have a learning plan, right? If you are focusing on network security now, starting on cybersecurity, you need to know all you need to know in network security, web security, mobile security, cloud security, wherever aspect you find yourself, you need to constantly learn what is happening now. How can I do it better? What is in trend? What is in vogue? Very, very important, right? Leadership opportunities, depending on what you see yourself in the future, right? But you need to embrace leadership opportunities. And a good way to embrace leadership opportunities is by getting certifications too, right? For example, you leave a job, yes, you have experience in that job, but if you have a very high certification, like the CISSP, right? Yes, it shows that, oh, you know, because the truth that CISSP, the exam CISSP is not really a technical exam, it's more of managerial. The business, like I always say, the business does not care about your technical skills. What they need to know is how you can make them not lose money, but gain more money, right? So embrace leadership opportunities through certifications, right? Attending conferences. Then also, leadership is about how you can manage people, right? And the only way you can manage people is when you yourself know what it takes to manage people, right? So attend conferences, work-life balance too. Make sure you intentionally learn how to manage people, right? A lot of videos on how to relate to people is very, very important. And lastly, embrace emerging trends. Earlier in my slide, I discussed about what we see coming out or making relevant 2025, because the end is already coming to an end. AI and machine learning are already in vogue right now. Cloud security is already in vogue. So you need to understand how to embrace these trends and how to really make sure you're not out of date, but you are in vogue, right? So yes, that would be the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. I don't know if there'll be any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow. An awesome session. I'm just in awe and just observing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, me too. I can hear you.
All right, Daniel, thank you so much for such an awesome session. I mean, you were just spitting it out. You were just spitting it out. Really, really nice. We're going to give room for questions. We have approximately 13 minutes for questions before we have the next speaker. I have a question. My question
All right.
is, before we take the questions from other people, my question is, okay, we're in the media. I don't know about you over there. Well, I would say that the tech industry in Nigeria is gaining a lot of grounds, and people are, a lot of people are investing and all that. But where I find myself, it's very difficult, or let me say it's very challenging to actually land a cybersecurity role or even internship. You find it difficult to find internships. There are internships, but there are very few. Now, I've been in cybersecurity for a while, and it's something I'm passionate about. I love it. I love creating awareness and sensitizing people, and that's what we do here at Eyes Open. Now, we're focusing on the impact, the skill, and everything. Just like you said, the money is there and it's going to come with time. But before the money comes, how do I make sure that I see? So I think it's a very key thing that we should talk about. Also enable somebody who is striving, because I have struggled with that. And I believe you can have one or two things to tell us. How do I make sure that, okay, I'm focused on learning, I'm focused on growing, I'm focused on getting the certifications and building the experience. And then I believe that the right job is going to come, or the right role is going to come with time. And I'm putting myself out there, right? So how do I feed before that right job comes? Yeah.
So if I get a question where you said, how do you feed?
Yes.
All right. So that's a very tricky question, right? That's a very, very tricky question. So the truth is that I will not lie to you, right? A lot of certifications that I have written, I have used my money that I want to use to eat, right, to pay for those certifications. I feel like not that you should not end up maybe eating or starve or go hungry, but you need to really, really make sacrifices, right? And if you are starting out in cybersecurity, I would not say you should put all your money into it and starve yourself, right? But I'm just really, really focused about how well I improve myself, right? So if I get any money today, I take out what I need to take out. Because the things that certifications are becoming very expensive now, right? And I I have that habit, right? So any money I have, even if I don't eat very well, which sometimes I've not eaten very well because I'm using my money to write exams. And the truth is that even the money that I've used to write exams, sometimes I remember when I failed one exam, that exam was like, how much now? That was like £50. And I failed it. And what happened? I prepared for the exam, right? The pass mark was 70. I got 69. I have sweated, I've read, I've stabbed myself, right? But it's just the process, right? It's just the process. It happens to happen. So for those that are trying to find out how they can fit, I don't know, but I pray God helps you. But the focus is find a way to just invest in yourself. Find a way to invest in yourself. If you have a side skill, and funny for me, or good for me, I also have other skills, right? I have cybersecurity skills, but also have other skills that I can leverage on and use the money from there to. And another thing I can also tell you, a way to actually even feed during this your learning process is when you learn to teach people, right? So when you can teach people, I remember one of my first jobs I got was through my LinkedIn platform, and I was just telling people about what I have learned in my experience, even though I have little experience. And that's how I got my first job, right? And it was through that job I was used to pay for certification. So it just works that way. It's once you're on the right path, once you follow these skills or what I've said or I've placed right in my slides, why not? You will get enough to feed, right? So I hope I was able to answer your question effectively.
Yeah. So thank you very much. I mean, I believe it works. There are a lot of ways, just like there have been written in your slides that work for different people. But then I've also got so I'm just going to read other questions written here. So I'm still waiting for questions from everyone. So if you have a question, you can actually just write in the chat box. Looking forward to your questions. While they're actually typing their questions, I'm going to ask another question. So Mr. Daniel, what are the cybersecurity challenges facing this industry? What are those challenges? Those unique
Challenges facing,
right? For you, as an example, with respect to what you did and what you've done, what are those challenges that are plagued the cybersecurity industry?
So one of the struggles in cybersecurity industry now is lack of qualified professionals or lack of well-skilled professionals, right? I've been privileged to be in some interview sessions, right? And it's just overwhelming how what I will call them undercooked people claim to say, oh, they are cybersecurity professionals. Because the truth is that it all boils down to the basics. Nobody wants to learn the basics anymore. Everybody just wants to jump and start hacking websites, and they don't really understand the basics. So one of the challenges I've seen in cybersecurity is people don't really want to know the basics, right? Everybody's just find a way to get money. I'm in tech. I want to be cybersecurity. That's where the money is, and that's a struggle in cybersecurity. I feel on that struggle in cybersecurity, especially the field where I find myself, which is ethical hacking and penetration testing, is the access to information. Access to information, I honestly, is a huge struggle, because the truth is, nobody's going to teach you how to hack a website on YouTube, right? Nobody's going to teach you that. And the truth is, when you look at, for example, now walkthroughs or CTFs are not, some of them, and most of them are not even very realistic enough, right? So access to information is very limited. Anybody in cybersecurity is already is even difficult already, right? So if you're in cybersecurity, it's a huge plus. It's a huge you need to appreciate yourself or give yourself some kudos, because it's even very hard. So the struggle I find also in cybersecurity is access to information, access to resources that can enhance your skills, right? So those are the two challenges I feel like or struggles I personally even still go through now. Cybersecurity, yes. Can you hear me? Oh wow, I don't know if I'm audible enough, or it's just my network. Mm.
Hello, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
can hear you.
all right.
Okay, thank you for the responses. Thank you for the presentation. And this was surely one of us we had till now. So we are really happy to have you today. And we hope that
It's an honor.
yes, thank you very much. And then we hope that you will be present for the next session, let's say 2025, with more exciting subjects like this one.
All right, no problem.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. So people that want to connect to Daniel, they can use his LinkedIn. It's just we just press the LinkedIn now in the chat box, and then they can have it and contact him for more information, for more details concerning trainings and cybersecurity. So without wasting time, yes, Bukayo, sorry, you can connect with him directly, because now we have another speaker that is about to take over. So surely Daniel will respond to you, and then you can discuss together. So now we would like to introduce the next speaker. Akanbi, are you in the call? Something.